Hi traders, this is Sin with the New Level Trading Report for Tuesday, July 5th. The market was a bit uneven today and relatively flat. Portugal received a fresh blow as Moody's downgraded its sovereign debt rating to junk status, saying just like Greece, it will likely require further aid. The Dow lost 12 points, the Nasdaq gained 9 points, and the S&P was down just a point. This is our 15-minute chart of the Dow Jones Index, and as you can see, what we've done pretty much is stayed in a range here, and in fact what I can do here is just do another little price. This is kind of what I'm seeing. We're at least staying just right here. You can see we did gain last week on would have been Friday, and you can see we're pretty much chopping in this area here, which could end up being a little bit of a bull flag. So we'll wait to see now. We pretty much stayed at the highs. You can see pulled back just a bit and ended here close to the highs. And now let's look at our daily. And this is what we're looking like here. And again, I kept that downtrend line because as you can see, we did break that downtrend line. So officially we are in an uptrend, but now we start looking at resistance areas. And as you can see here, I've drawn an area of resistance, and obviously there's a lot of congestion here, but these two candles here are acting as some resistance. Now we do have, you can see here, this is obviously from the first, but today we ended up with a doji. So that can be a reversal signal. Usually that does signal a reversal, or it looks like a bit of a spinning top. But what we'll watch now is to see if, I would say around this area here, this 12,639 area, it looks like another area of some resistance. So that's what we're watching for. I mean, I absolutely think that that can happen. This has been a nice move up though, so we'll wait to see if we have even a bit of a pullback and then continue up, or if indeed we've pulled back. And as you can see, we're on well below average volume. So again, we'll watch to see what the other indices do and what the economic news is for the week. But let's look at our S&P futures, and again, as flat as can be here. You can see just lots of chop. A little bit difficult to trade that if you're trading futures, but you can see lots of bottoming tails in this area, but just not a lot really to talk about when you're up just a point. So again, let's take a look at this is the daily, and again I kept everything as it is because lots of resistance and support areas, and then obviously this downtrend line that we did break through. But again, just like the Dow, this area around 1345 would definitely be the next area of resistance, and we'll wait to see if that breaks down. So again, on below average volume again. So we're obviously coming off of a 3-day weekend, and we'll continue to see if tomorrow we get more volume coming in. Let's look at our dollar index, and again you can see fairly flat, the same thing, lots of chop you can see, but at the close to the end of the day we had a little bit of news about Portugal. Obviously, as I mentioned earlier, their debt issues, and that's when the dollar did that spike, and it also created a little bit of you can see here too, we actually moved up in the dollar here. So again, this is that reversal, and we talked about it, another test of this possibly. Again, if it tests this, then stocks will go down. Again, that's if we continue to act, the DX continues to act as a contrarian. So that's what I'm seeing now. And again, as we talked about, here's the low, a higher low, and now a higher low again, and that was part of, in fact, let's draw that trend line really quickly here just so you can get a better idea of that. And it's something I drew the other day, and that's what we're looking like. So we actually broke that just a bit, you can see, but again it was a reversal candle, and here's what we ended up like. So I mean, at best we're going to chop in this area, but we could also come up into that 76 area, and we'll just have to wait and see. But again, a very important contrarian that we continue to watch. Let's take a look at FinViz, and as you can see, lots of chop today. The Nasdaq actually had the best day, up 9 points. As you can see, they pretty much bottomed here, nice little double bottom here, and or at least these bottoming candles, and then a really nice push up, a nice pullback, and then pretty much ended close to the highs. The Dow was a bit different. You can see lots of chop, and the same thing for the S&P. And let's take a look at our heat map. You can see again, I call it little bit of a Christmas tree, some red and some green, but I'm seeing a little bit more red than green. Obviously, the financials led the way in declining stocks. Bank of America and JPM. Apple had a nice day. Google as well, a little bit better. They were up about 2%. So again, that's what we look like, but nothing. Not too much green and not too much red. Let's take a look at the bubble study as well. I'm going to look at some individual stocks here. And as you can see, Netflix was the big winner, and that was on news that I think they're expanding into South America. So they had an amazing day, up I think at the high around 23 points, but pulled back just a bit and up about 21 points at the end of the day. But you can see that nice gap up, and obviously this is an all-time high as well. So let's try to stretch that out. Obviously Netflix has taken up quite a bit of that, but as I said, Google had a really nice day, up about 2%. MRO, which is an oil company, up about 3.4%. ANF, which is Abercrombie and Finch, that's an apparel company, up almost 4%. But you can see a lot. Again, I always do this now. You can see that here's our 1%, here's our 3%. So we had a lot of stocks in that area. Hog had a nice day, up about 1.8%. This is National Oil Well Company, up about 2.2%, and it says Apple had a nice day too, up about 1.8%. So let's look to the downside, and again we have to stretch quite a bit. This is SAE, it's a technical services company, up down about 4.7%. WU, let me stretch that a bit. There we go. Actually, I have another one, Text too. It was down about 5.5%. WU, which is Western Union, also down about 4.5%. And then let's go back, and as you can see again, here's our 1%. So nothing much more. Actually, MDT also down. That's Medtronics, down about 2.9%. But you can see they have quite a bit of support in this area. So we'll wait to see if some volume to the upside comes in around there. But anyway, so stocks were pretty much up and down, but Netflix and Apple, Google had really nice days. I want to take a look at Don's trades today, and this is what he looked like. He had Amazon. He had some puts on Amazon. Baidu, he was also short. He had a bear call spread on CME, but you can see he was up about $438 on Amazon, down a bit on Baidu. It looks like he was down on CME, but he had a really nice day. He was short Google for, you can see, $2,300, and he traded OIH down. It looks like NASDAQ a small loss. So his overall gain today was about $13.53. So he actually had a nice day. Like I said, not a lot going on. The internals weren't very good. The breadth was pretty much flat for the day. So, but again, overall not a bad day. Let's go back to FinViz and just talk briefly about what's coming up tomorrow in economic news. And let's see. Here we go. Tomorrow we have the MBA Mortgage Index, the Challenger Job Cuts, and the ISM Services Report. And you can see this will be a bit more important. And tomorrow, actually, on Thursday, we'll have the ADP numbers. And you see this red. That means it's very important. It definitely can be a market mover. So let's take a look again just at what we have in earnings tomorrow. And I'm going to pull that down. And let's see. There we go. Tomorrow we have AIR, which is an aerospace company, SHLM, rubber and plastics, OCZ, which is a data storage, FTLK, which is communications, SYMS, apparel. This is GKK, which is Gramercy Capital, it's property management. This is LPHI, life insurance, and GRVY, which is Gravity, a business software company. So again, quite a few in earnings tomorrow. Thanks so much for joining us. If you have any questions about membership, we'd love to talk to you at the number 314-269-0412. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.